Yeah. Eight.
So, what? So I think so. But Dawn and Lana could be having a conversation, a heated conversation.
Very much. In that case, do we pair up the other two?
Anderson
and
Sally.
Maybe she could just be saying why you, because he had the newspaper, he was getting people to ask Morris.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be scripted, or maybe it does, I don't know, it just depends.
Well, the problem is that it depends where they have that conversation, because if they have it nearby a guest could say, oh no, we spoke to Morris and he said this. Mm-hmm. And then Sally can respond and then you're lying, that's nonsense, Morris doesn't know what he's talking about. So she can be completely in denial about it, and Anderson can react in whatever way he wants. But I think that's kind of the beauty of this bit, is that we're just kind of developing a few relationships and stuff. So once our guests are encountered on the train, so it'll be Sally, Dawn and Anderson start in carriage 1, and Morris and Hope start in carriage 2. This carriage is a piece of evidence sharing with the team and suggesting if we could provide more information on said evidence. Carriage will make their way through the carriage, making sure his team get the
Okay.
We've got 3 things. What? So do we...
What are those 3 things? Go.
Marriage certificate from Dawn and Lana, letter from Sally to Hope about the money, mm-hmm. and the church accounts with the blackmail note. So I would have that letter from Sally, and I would say, I've had this, and I didn't know if I should share it, but I'm sharing it now.
I'm confused.
Why?
Do we, because the things that we have, like you and I in particular, mm-hmm. it's more fact-finding. It's just a reveal of our relationship, for definite. Mm-hmm. And the reveal of...
my motive.
Your motive.
For Tommy.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like you can go to them with a piece of evidence and give your answer without the question. Do you know what I mean?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
But that's not in my carriage.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But do we then, to avoid having to do 3 carriages, because they will have more questions by now, mm-hmm. and then everyone sort of gets a chance to see us, because none of these things affect us, and none of these things affect them, so we could arguably be in just keep those 2 contained.
What?
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I wouldn't put this in here then, I would just put it here. It's about me, so mm-hmm. my response to it all is thusly.
You can put in a question because it will affect the other 3.
But it's not going to be a question because
for
it's
you
me answering it. But I'm going to be answering it.
But for the other 3 people...
What other 3 people?
The people in a different carriage.
But they're not going to say anything about my letters to Tommy.
I know. But I'm saying
I see. Yes.
It's just a general heading in a table.
Oh, sorry. None of that.
Oh, that's nice, because that's a sneaky way of still suggesting I could have done it. Thanks for that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, this is you now.
Maurice? You're a genius.
This is his motive.
Mm-hmm.
That, I don't know, I didn't think of that before.
Mm-hmm.
How are we going to do this then? What are we doing with it? Are we doing a letter? Are we just going to play him from beyond the grave? What's the story? Good. Is this a letter that he's written before he died, or is this like a ghostly voice telling us what happened?
What would be interesting,
yes,
is if it is a sort of final confession letter from him
To
the world.
Oh right, okay.
He's written it just before he. Maybe it's Dear Mother.
She's dead.
Dear.
What about a speech? What? This is his opening speech as the guest of honour.
Yes. Is if he, throughout the letter, addresses each of us with an apology for something.
So here's my only thing, is that because of these murder mysteries and the way that they run, I don't think an apology is right, because then it'll be the character that dies has to be a total you go, oh well, I'm glad he's dead.
That's a good point.
So it needs to be more of a, I know all these secrets about you guys and you don't know, but I'm going to reveal them all tonight. Da-da-da. Here we go. Settle in, folks.
Yeah, so he maybe doesn't confess to anything so much as just have one more pop at everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah?
Jesus, that's
So
a speech.
super arrogant, basically. Right, come on, you write it. Not that you're super arrogant, but you write it.
Super arrogant. Come on, you're right.
Come on,
Wow.
you're the expert.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for coming
To celebrate me.
celebrate me. Really?
And my heroic act. So we have to decide who did it now. Now's the time.
Yeah.
Because the order will affect that.
Yeah. Yes and no.
It
Because
has
anyone.
to end with the person that
You
did
think?
it. But yeah, well, because that's how they respond. It's their gut reaction. Is them going, but you're that's why I did it.
I ruled out for the basic thing of he's all mouth, no trousers. It's all,
Yeah,
he's
I think
it's
that's
too obvious.
Yeah.
And he hates him, but he's just he's always second best. And
I picture
frankly,
now Kevin just with all mouth and no trousers. So that's...
in fairness, he's got quite a big mouth when he gets going. Like physically, he can sing loud. Kevin, I love you. I ruled out because as much as blood's thicker than water, I just think she isn't angry enough, and I think she's more angry at.
I don't think
Lana.
she would do it. She would get someone else to do her dirty work for her anyway.
Well, that too, but I also think she's more angry at Lana.
Yes, I think you're right.
I got rid of because between him and I think weirdly his motive is very strong, self-defense, and of course to be with the girl he loved, but actually weirdly I think hers is more chivalrous, protecting the person she loves.
I agree with
and I really like her for it, and actually she's got layers and layers and layers of reasons.
Yeah.
She's got the whole jealousy about him and her.
Yeah.
Him and her being the two dead people.
Yeah.
And their bizarre relationship, even though she's in another one herself. He's secret, and so I poisoned her lipstick. I can't.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it is actually, isn't it? I just...
What?
I just don't know. I feel like that's so much. And now we need to go... What time have you got? We need to go and write our...
Oh, fudge.